World War II had already begun. Germany had invaded Poland 2 years ago, and they'd occupied the Sudetenland of Czechoslovakia a year before that. Japan had invaded China 4 years ago. Britain and France were already fighting, and they were losing. America had not involved itself yet. The memories of World War I too crisp to break the long era of isolationism.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air, President Roosevelt has just announced. The attack also was made on all naval and military activities on the principal island of Oahu. We take you now to Washington.
The details are not available. They will be in a few minutes. The White House is now giving out a statement. The attack apparently was made on all naval and military activities on the principal island of Oahu. The President's brief statement was read to reporters by Stephen Early, the President's secretary. A Japanese attack upon Pearl Harbor naturally would mean war. Such an attack would naturally bring a counterattack, and hostilities of this kind would naturally mean that the President would ask Congress for a declaration of war. There is no doubt from the temper of Congress that such a declaration would be granted.
When the attack came, it was like going 180 degrees from a serene setting in which we were functioning to being attacked by the Japanese Imperial Navy. Of course, it was a Sunday. I was preparing to go to church.
I was still in bed up in the big barracks.
I was in the washroom, and somebody said the Japanese are here, and I said, no, come on.
But immediately we heard general quarters, man your battle stations.
I hightailed it down, went outside the doors, looked up, and here were these planes just barreling over the field. And immediately we knew that we were at war.
Pearl Harbor changed the war, and it changed the U.S. Not only did America enter World War II, they did so with a vengeance. Japan had been in the process of peace negotiations when the attack occurred. It was received as a stab in the back, and the U.S. was determined to take revenge. The allies of Britain, France, Russia, and the United States pushed back Nazi Germany and Italy, culminating in the invasion of France on June 6, 1944. Meanwhile, the Japanese were pushed back in the Pacific, ending in the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 2,402 Americans died during the 90-minute attack on Pearl Harbor. 418,500 died during World War II. After witnessing the destruction this attack on American soil had wreaked, America promised, never again. September 11th, 2001, 8:46 a.m. United Airlines Flight 11 crashes into the north face of the North World Trade Center building. 1,355 people above the point of impact die in the smoke and flames.
It does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
I just saw another plane coming in from the side.
Sharply and smashed directly, perhaps purposely, into, oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, there's another one. Oh my goodness, now you...
9:03 a.m. The second plane collides with the South Tower, killing at least another 630 people as they are in the process of evacuation. Horrified onlookers watch as survivors jump from the top floors, flames blocking their way to safety.
I'm trapped. I can't move. There's a fire in here, and already I can't breathe. Get out of the building as fast as I possibly could. And I can see out of the corner of my eye that one of the elevators is packed, but it's open. And I just sort of navigate through a series of people, the crowd, and I'm the last guy into that elevator, and I squeeze into the elevator, and the doors immediately close. And at that point, I thought to myself, I made it out, I'm safe, I'm gonna get out of the building now. I don't know, we just gotta get out.
56 minutes later, the South Tower collapses, triggering a rush of smoke and dust through the city streets. The North Tower collapses 27 minutes after the South Tower. A total of 2,996 people die. More than 6,000 are injured. It takes 8 months to clean up afterwards, and millions are infected by the tragedy. The Department of Homeland Security is formed to prevent this from ever happening again. Airport security becomes a top priority. The United States invades Afghanistan. The war on terror commences, focusing on Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. The country pulls together to fight the common threat, showing their support through flags, words, and images. This nationalism becomes a prominent part of the American response. The first responders are elevated to hero status. The Muslim and Arabic community is demonized. It is a time of despair and hope, loss and solace, weakness and strength. Both Pearl Harbor and 9/11 changed America forever. Both opened a wound in the American psyche that is still healing. Both touched the people to their very core. We went to war to avenge those we had lost. But most importantly, the message of both is the same. Remember.